Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You are knowing what you're wanting? Yes. An expanding thing, yes. You are enjoying your part in the expansion of all that is. You get the important part that you play. But here you are, leading edge creators out here sifting and sorting. How are you doing with that? Well, it's not difficult to define what you want when you are surrounded by opportunities to discover it. Isn't that right? And can't you often feel desire being born within you? Isn't that a fresh, good feeling? It's life. It's fulfillment of your reason for being. It's the best feeling there is, really, when a new desire or idea hatches. So we're going to talk today about what that really is. In other words, how is it that life causes you to focus? Best word ever. Focus. Focus. You can't help but do that, can you? You are always focused upon something. Often not what your parents think you should be focused upon. But there is always focus going on, isn't there? And as that focus occurs, there's a accompanying focus that's happening in the same moment, because you know you're never out here by yourself. You are an extension of so much more, and that so much more is always focused with you. Always focused with you in this moment, and this one, and this one, and this one. So as these two perspectives, two? I thought it was just me. Well, it is you. It is you and all that you are. It's you in your physical form, focusing, listening here, having the conversation that you're having, doing whatever it is that you're doing. Certainly it is you, but there's another part of you that is focusing too. And when you are really blended with that other part of you, that larger part of you, that soul source, God force part of you, you feel the empowerment of that. You feel clarity. You feel certainty. You feel confidence and sure. You feel eagerness and passion. You're frisky. But if you are focused with a differing opinion in any moment in time than the source within you is holding about what you're focused upon, now that's the interesting thing, isn't it? It's about what you're focused upon. Your source within you has a perspective. Opinion may not be your favorite word, but it is a perspective, a knowingness, an understanding, an opinion. So when you're having a conversation, from whatever perspective you're having it, you might be not confident, you might be unsure of yourself, you might be being critical in the moment, you might be seeing lack of some kind. But the source within you is having an accompanying opinion in that same moment, and you can feel how in alignment you are with the opinion of source or not. Your emotions tell you that. If you feel love, you're right in sync. If you feel anger, you're not. Or fear, you're not. So Abraham, are you saying that no matter what, source always feels confidence? Yeah. Not just confidence in general, specific confidence about where you stand right here, right now. Are you saying that source always feels love? Do you know who I'm talking to right now or about? Can't be right, Abraham. Can't be right. I saw a CNN poll and I'm pretty sure. Nobody likes that guy. And you're saying that whenever I feel negative emotion, that it always means 100% of the time when I feel negative emotion, that my opinion is in some sort of vibrational variance from that of source? Yes. Don't you want to know that? Well, you want to know that if you want to be in alignment with source. And you might not want to be in alignment with source because source always loves and you might be mad at that person. Source always knows that in the end it will turn out well. And you might not be in agreement with that. But it is our desire to awaken within you today that confident knowledge that you have an opinion from broader perspective that is really worth paying attention to. Because when you do that, when you sync with it, when you tune to it, you have the leverage of the energy that creates worlds. Now you are the creator that you were born to be. You are so much more than you see here in these physical bodies. Do you know that? You were source energy before you got here, and you still are source energy. The larger part of you still is that. And sometimes you say, well, if that is true, then why would I come? What was the point, Abraham? Why am I here banging around like this with the wanted and the unwanted, the good, the bad, and the ugly? Why am I here? Why am I here in this physical form? What's it all about? And we say, it's about your joyous experience, and it's about all of our joyful expansion. It's about finding something new to focus upon and allowing the laws of the universe to fill it in with vivid detail that will surprise and delight you, and always delight you, while sometimes it may not surprise you, because sometimes you'll have a clue once you get good at reading vibration about what's coming. You'll know generally the goodness that is coming to you. And that really is what we are wanting in this conversation that we're having together today. We want to awaken within you your ability to anticipate in advance the goodness that is coming to you. So you stand ready and open for it, not guarded and fearful of it. So you stand expectant of it, not pessimistic of it. So you stand in any moment in time, in any conversation, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're thinking about, knowing that well-being is yours. Not just future tense, but present tense. We want you to awaken to the vibrational beingness that is you. Because after all, everything about you is vibration. You just interpret it so well you don't know it. You're so good at interpreting vibration, you don't know your vibration for the most part. Most humans don't know that you are vibrational beings, and that's why you often don't tune yourself to the frequency of your guidance, which is always vibrational. But we know that for the most part you know that. And we are excited about this leading edge discussion that we are embarking on here today. This gathering gathered before you dragged your physical bodies here. And there are people around the world who are participating, many more than those who are sitting here actually. But they are participating just the same, because when you think, you participate. When you think, you offer vibration. When you offer vibration, you establish a point of attraction. When you establish a point of attraction, that point of attraction has attraction power, and things start to fill into that. So as you stand in every moment in time, focused and therefore vibrating, and therefore having a point of attraction, and therefore attracting, you can tell by the way you feel if what you are attracting right now, this red hot minute, is meshing with what the larger part of you is attracting right now in this moment. And that's really what we want you to focus upon just for a moment here. We want you to feel the leading edgeness of this opportunity. We want you to feel the leading edgeness of this conversation. And we want you to revel with the source within you on the expansion that is and will take place in this gathering today. So it is our encouragement to you that you relax and enjoy and play with us in whatever way you want to, as we together take thought beyond that which it has been before. And that's what is exciting about life, isn't it? You can't stop doing that. So we'll ask you again, do you know what you're wanting? Do you know why you're here? Are you clear about what this conversation is about? Do you get it that you are blended and that you are blending with us? Do you get it that you have an inner being who is blending with you? Do you get it that your mind is more powerful and more focused than most people understand it to be? Do you understand that the fullness of you can have this experience here together today? And you like the idea of that? We do. You were non-physical before you came into this physical body, and that larger part of you still is. We would like to say that in another way. You were consciousness before the consciousness was focused into your body, and that consciousness, that perspective consciousness, still exists while the consciousness that you call your personality is focused in your physical body. Do you get that? Most humans don't. They think, I was not alive, and then I'm alive, and then I'm going to be dead, and then I'm going to be in heaven. Or you have different opinions about where you will be. And we want you to understand that you were consciousness then, you are consciousness now, but there is a non-physical consciousness that is you that you've got to factor into the equation, because it equals everything about what you're living. It equals how you feel in every moment. And more important than anything else, if you will allow it, it equals your conscious your conscious ability to access that broader perspective and therefore have the benefit of that guidance and that leverage and therefore that fun and therefore that meaning, therefore that reason for being alive to begin with, you see. You know that you never live a moment of a day without the larger part of you living it with you. But what happens to so many humans is you don't know that larger part of you is living it with you because you found some unreasonable, really silly excuse to migrate away from the vibrational center of who you really are. So your life is muted. So you're like going through the motions of life. Anyone who's not feeling positive, joyous emotion in the moment is going through the motions of life in the moment. So we think you're hearing us, and we know for sure that your life as it unfolds in the days that are before you will cause you to reflect back on some of this conversation. So we're just going to give you a brief recap, and then off we're going to go into so much fun for this day. Here's the recap. You were source, and the larger part of you still is source, and here you are in your body having some kind of a relationship with source. The more eager you are about life, the more intertwined your relationship with source is. We've been calling that your inner being. Esther is now relating it to Jerry in large part because she can feel when she gets in the right vibration and she's focused upon something that's important to her, she can feel a clarity that is descending upon her that she associates and recognizes with the clarity that Jerry had about those particular subjects. And she realizes that she has non-physical energy, in this case she's wanting to call it Jerry, focused with her and adding to what she knows about the subject, the way she delivers what she knows about the subject. In other words, she had a conversation with the man about the swimming pool in Texas the other day and knew stuff she has no business knowing. She knew stuff Jerry knows. Esther just didn't know she knew it. And she doesn't know it unless she's letting Jerry, who knows it, in on the conversation. You're an artist, want to let somebody who really understands textures and depth perspective, want to let somebody in on helping you paint your painting, who's already figured that out, who can look right through your eyes and give you an impulse and let you know what to do. You want to be driving in traffic, and you want to be tapped into somebody who has a broader view, who knows what the whole traffic pattern is, who knows not only what has already happened, but what's about to happen out there on interstate, whatever it is. You want to be guided from inside, from that broader point of view. You want to take the exit that serves you, or you want to go through the mechanics of life? Do you want to take that route because you always do? So we're just doing a little sales job here. We want to convince you that you have access to a broader perspective that is not just there to lead you to the purpose of your life. We just want you to know that you have access to guidance that for the most part you are not even coming close to utilizing with any sort of efficiency, not with the way you intended it. And when you find yourself tapped into that, it feels to you like you are on a sort of magic stream that is flowing effortlessly, where things are unfolding and everything that you want is delivering itself to you in perfect timing, as if to say, here, beloved one, we know that you want this, and this seemed like the most obvious and perfect opportunity for you to be surprised and delighted with this piece of life that we know that you want. You have access to clarity and power and energy. You have the energy that creates worlds flowing through you. And only when you know that and utilize it will you even come close to the elation in life that you expected to feel when you made the decision to come forth into this physical experience to begin with. We have enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. It is delicious to come together with those like you who are coming more and more in every day to the perfection of that which is you. We just want you to know that your perfection will never cease its evolution. And that's what makes us all such delightful, eternal beings. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain stubbornly in the vortex. Great. So good.